and welcome to Psychic TV Australia and International. My name's Rhonda Kelly. Clearly, I'm not Harry T. I'm hosting this evening. So I'm coming to you on the 11th of May, 2024. So welcome, everyone. It looks like we've got people watching already. I can't see who's watching because you haven't made comments. So please say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. Please like and share this video if you would like your chance of having a reading. We have an amazing lineup tonight, so I'm pretty excited. One of the psychics tonight I'm very familiar with. I've known for about 10 years and platformed with him. And the other one is someone I'm really excited to meet. I haven't actually met her before, so I'm sure you'll help me make them feel very welcome. Oh, I've got someone from Perth. Beautiful, thank you. Hi, Robert from Perth, Karen from New York, Tanya, Jen, hello, I'm well, thank you. And Claire, hello, and Christine. Beautiful. Yeah, absolutely. So let me bring on the guest psychics. So first of all, I'll bring on Ben. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Wow.
Yeah. Decided to wear my glasses tonight so I can actually call you the right name and all the rest of it.
You look amazing, Rhonda, as always. You look good.
Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good, Rhonda. Really good, thank you. It's good to be on the show tonight, and I'm glad you're hosting as well.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad you're a guest. So I'm sure people are familiar with you, but in case anyone's not familiar, if you could let the guests know or the viewers know what you're actually offering tonight.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Well, look, I'm a psychic medium, so what that means is that we link into your loved ones, and it's past, present, and future, our psychic ability as well. You know, I'm a big believer that we all can do it. It's like the sixth sense, you know. A mother's got a really good intuition with their kids, so we've just tapped into it a little bit more, and we've done the training, and you know, Rhonda and I've worked together once before, and you know, I've been doing this is my 9th year working as a professional medium. I've been doing it for quite a while. I'm up to 2,000 readings, so to speak. So I've done a lot of readings too. And tonight, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to just do snippet readings, so to speak. So, you know, if you've got a question and you already know the answer to that question, don't really ask that question. Really push us two mediums tonight, and we'll get and so that way we can really find what you're looking for, so to speak. The mermaids are a very good medium as well. So we're going to both do mediumship as well. So ask those sort of questions as well. Really push both of them. And that's what we're here for too. I just want to do a little bit of advertising quickly.
Sure, okay. That's unlike you, Ben.
I know, if you don't mind. Anyone watching tonight who's from the Central Coast, I'll be up there on Sunday. And I'll be at Baddo Bay, believe it or not. And it's number 1 Baddo Bay Village. And it's like a community centre. It's only a gold coin donation, so to speak. I'll be platforming up there. So if you're in that area, and it starts at 1:30. So if you're in that area, come down and watch, and actually come down and meet us, and you'll see me work live, so to speak. And it's a totally different game on this live feed. You'll see my personality. You'll see that I get all the emotions and the physical stuff as well. So if you're not doing anything, come down and watch. And just a little bit more sort of. So I've got Harry T's book, everyone.
Yeah, so do I. Let's plug Harry T. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you haven't purchased it, try to purchase it. It is a very good read. So, and I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. So is that Saturday or Sunday next weekend?
Oh, sorry, that's Sunday. That's Sunday this week.
Okay.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, Sunday at
tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, at 1:30. So try to be up there. If you're in that area, turn up, and it's really about like 50 to 60 people there. And like I'll be doing as many readings as I can as in the audience, you know, and you'll learn a lot. There'll be other mediums up there too, and you can sort of meet and greet, so to speak. Thanks, Rhonda.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, you've touched on a really good point. I'm sure Mermaid Medium will agree that our reading style when we do phone or in-person readings is different from when we do platform. For some reason, I get a lot of geography. I get a lot of places and place names and specifics like that, and I don't ask for it, but that's what I get. But you're quite funny with your mediumship as well, and you're sort of similar to me, and you get the quirky little things. And that's what I ask my guides. I ask for exact things that I think that person would know that might be a little bit embarrassing, but a little bit quirky, you know, and they actually laugh about it. Laughing's a way to raise a vibration and heal.
1,000%, Rhonda. It's those little details that are important, you know, those little things that no one knows, just the loved one and the one in the spirit world would connect to. I like those things. I like those small details. I think that just sort of brings a bridge together, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's bring on Sarah. Hi, Sarah. So we've got Sarah, the Mermaid Medium.
Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Sarah,
how are you?
Hi, I'm well. How are you guys?
Mate,
yeah.
good.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Do you prefer Sarah or do you prefer the Mermaid Medium?
Either or. I'm really fine with either.
Sure. So obviously you're a medium because that's in your name. Is that something you prefer? So for people who might not be familiar with you, let them know what you do and how do you work as a medium? How do you work as a psychic? What's your thing?
Yeah. So, well, first and foremost, I'm a psychic medium, which means I'll connect directly to the spiritual world. So that could be any one of your spirit team. It could be loved ones past, most commonly. It could be a spirit guide. It could be an ancestor from further back. It depends what really needs to come forward, I suppose. So, yeah, first and foremost, I also work with tarot cards, which is really good looking into the future. So that's something that I also enjoy using in my toolkit. I've been working for over 20 years with mediumship. My mum's a medium. My great-grandmother was a medium. So it's certainly something I grew up with. I grew up as a small child going to platforms and spiritual churches and all the things that I thought were terribly weird at the time. But I could see spirit as a child and it scared the life out of me. And I had to learn how to work with it instead of, push it away. So, yeah.
I think I was the opposite. I saw clearer as a child, as in I'd see the whole person and I'd have a conversation with them as if they're just opposite me. Now when I see spirit that clearly, it tends to be when I'm house sitting or somewhere I'm not expecting it. And I tend to get a fright and swear at them. And then I apologise to spirit. But it didn't scare me as a child. I just thought, oh, that's pretty cool. That's great-grandfather that I never met, and I learnt something about mum, or, I kind of thought it was interesting. I was really curious. So isn't that interesting how your perspective changes?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, really interesting. I was picking up a piece of furniture today with my husband, and this lady that I'd met told me that, the furniture belonged to her loved one passed, and as we got out of the elevator, I could immediately feel the pain in the chest and of course, it was all of that. And then when I walked into the space, it was very cathartic. And so that was just a wild morning. I have to tell you, it was just, she said, oh, it's amazing you've come here today. I think we were supposed to meet each other. So, her dear Mario passed over. He certainly was there.
Yeah, I mean, medical intuition to me is my least liked, Claire, because I feel the pain. But that's luckily, when you say it, when you get rid of it, it goes. So yeah, absolutely.
I've also just published my first book. I don't know if you guys can see it there.
The Mermaid Medium. Beautiful. Wow.
Messages from the Other Side. So that's available on Amazon. And my beautiful oracle cards, Magnetic Mermaid Oracle Deck. And that's available for purchase too.
Beautiful. Okay. And do you have any events coming up? Any platforms you've mentioned yet?
There are a few events coming up on the Northern Beaches, actually. Yeah, so I think I've got something in the next month or two up there. And then, I'd have to look at my calendar. But, there's a few events coming up in Sydney.
Yeah, I hosted an event in Northern Beaches, which you platformed at, Ben, a couple of years ago. Haven't done anything for a little bit. I'll be in Canberra next weekend if anyone wants a reading. I'll be at the Epic Centre in Canberra. But let's start with some readings. That's why we're here. So, Ben, I'll give you Claire.
Hey, Claire.
I'd like to share Rhonda. So, obviously, please like and share if you'd like your chance of having a reading. And it's obviously just a snapshot, quick reading. And you only need to post a comment once. That would be great. All right, so Ben, Claire for you has asked, wondering if there's any money coming to me in the near future, please. Thank you. Blessings.
Oh, Claire, that's sort of the questions I like, about finances and stuff like that. I like that, like if it's going to be a psychic reading, they're my favourite ones. Claire, I feel like that you're good with money, but you never used to be, and you're good with money now. And do I see money coming into your way? You know, I'm pretty sure that you're putting it out there to the universe, but you know something that I don't know. So there could be some inheritance or something like that you know about, and you're probably sort of thinking, I'll just test Ben tonight and to see if he picks that up. Well, you know that's all. I don't really pick that up, but I know there's something there. I just feel like there's something there. But, you know, I feel like that when you put your mind to it, I feel like that you're a good saver. I don't know why, but you've probably got 100 handbags. I don't know. Let us know in the comments, but I can see you. I really can. So I feel like that before you used to like shopping and stuff like that. So you're changing your ways. And I feel like that you keep doing that and set those little goals, you'll get there. I know that you want to go on trips away and you want to go to Italy or something like that. I just felt like that I tasted pizza in my mouth for some reason. So maybe something on those lines. And that's achievable. It really is. If you just knuckle down, and it's not easy, but every so often, here I'm telling you to knuckle down, but every so often, just like surprise yourself and spoil yourself in some sort of way, but to a limit, if that makes sense. I wish you all the best, and let us know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that there's something coming that you know about, and you're just sort of testing me to see if I can, but I don't really pick it up, but I know that it will come when the time is right. And keep putting it out to the universe too, and I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Ben. And thank you, Teresa. To get a reading, like and share and ask questions. So fantastic. Thank you for that, Teresa. Teresa's one of our regular viewers. All righty. So what I'll do is just read out the numbers. I should have done this at the start, but anyway, I'm doing them now. So if you would like your chance of having a reading, if you would actually like to have a reading with the psychics that are logged in. So we've got Grace on 9888, James on 9106, Natalie on 9810, and Sandy on 9141. So they're the 4 psychics that are currently logged on. And you can check that anytime if you look on psychictvinternational.com. So their numbers going across the screen, they are quite fast. If your eyesight's deteriorating like mine, you need glasses, you might need me to read them out. So the Australian number is 02907 10199. The US number is 1914 3737 280. The Canadian number is 1778 807 1426. And the worldwide number is 61 4888 251 77. Alrighty, so let's give you one, Sarah. So this is for you, Sarah. Demi Otten, liked and shared. Please, I would like to know if there are any messages from Spirit for me, please and thank you.
Hi, Demi. Thanks for connecting tonight. The first thing that I'm hearing from Spirit is that there is a supportive person around you. It feels within your family unit that you're yet to connect with for that support that you're needing. So I feel like there's a bit of an extra layer of support that needs to come in for you at the moment. So they're saying make that connection with that family member because it's like they're waiting in the wings to support you. That's what I'm hearing. The other thing is that there's a man, an older man in spirit that I'm feeling come through, and he's making, I can see, I don't know why, but I can see a tennis racket. Okay, so I don't know if it was connected to something he did with you or he did previously, but he's showing me the tennis racket. And I'm also seeing Mickey Mouse ears. So is this like a Disney connection for you? Are you going there or something? I don't know. This is what I'm seeing. But there's also this feeling of it's going to be okay. So just buckle down, hold tight, and get that support person in because they're waiting in the wings for you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Demi. Beautiful. I didn't actually get a tennis racket, but I saw a tennis ball. I felt like a tennis ball was coming towards me. So just validation of that. So I don't know what that was, but it was a
We're
bit
both
weird.
playing tennis.
Anyway. Yeah, that's it. Playing tennis, psychically playing tennis. And we just had Sandy Stargazer say hello. He's actually logged in. I mentioned his PIN number. So thanks for coming by saying hi. All right. So we've got a few mediumship requests, which is wonderful because you're both strong mediums. So let's give you, Ben, let's give you Eve. Liked and shared. Any messages from my angels or loved ones past? Thanks, Eve. Thanks, Ben.
Eve, thank you so much. You know, Eve, I don't know why, Eve, but, you know, with angels and guides and that, you know, I don't know if I've got permission to connect with guides. I'm not really sure, but you know your guides, and I want you. It's like a relationship, you know. Your spirit people, you know them, so I want you to, even if you're thinking, "Oh, I'm really not a medium, Ben," but if you talk to them, you'll see signs. You know, it's like when you're drawn to something. Say if you're drawn to Egypt or something like that, and every time you see Egypt and you're fascinated with that, there's a good chance that one of your guides would probably like be from Egypt, like that. You know, so that's what I feel like, and also with angels, you know, and I don't really know all the angels because I'm not even going to start because I really don't know who they are. But everyone talks about Michelangelo or something like that. I don't really know who they are, but I see stars, and to me that sometimes when I'm reading someone, I'll see little flashes of stars around people, and to me that means like angels. So when you're watching telly, you probably see like little stars, like just a quick flash. Be real mindful of that. And if you're not, just be mindful. Like, I think you're going to see that. I don't know who's in the spirit world for you, but as you asked your question, I was just sort of seeing desert boots for some reason. I really will. And I really was desert boots. And it's funny because back in the late 80s, early 90s, there's these desert boots called rollers. And I don't know how old you are, and you mightn't realise what they are, but someone in the spirit world's got that. So to me, this person was quite tough. And I don't know, but it just felt like that for me. Let us know if that person is your father, but it'll be someone connected on that line, so to speak. I'm not sure if it is Dad, but it just felt like that for me. And when I said that, in my mind, it just felt a bit funny as well. So maybe the person I'm thinking about would have a stroke or something like that, because I just felt like that mind went funny, and I'm sort of slurring with my words. Let us know in the comments if that's correct, but I want you to just be careful with your eyes, because as I'm talking, I'm sort of focusing on your eyes, and I just feel like that my eyes are a little bit, I don't know, like there's something going on with your eyes. So just keep an eye on that for me, and maybe you're having a bit of blue vision or something like that. No one wants to hear that sort of stuff, but I'm feeling that for. And let us know in the comments, okay? And I hope that's okay with you. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. And you did have a thank you from Claire, and I think I've just deleted it. No, here we go. There we go. No, I am wearing my glasses. So, Ben, thank you again for your insight and time. So thank you for that. Beautiful.
Okay.
Alrighty. Sarah, I might give you Teresa, who has just been helping with the instructions for people. So, hi, have loved and shared. Thank you, Teresa. Any messages from Spirit for me, please, and thanks.
Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming on tonight. The first thing that I'm hearing from Spirit for you is about energy. Okay, it's about where you are placing your energy and your time, and with whom. So this is about checking in with your whole body, you know, because it feels like there's sort of, I don't know, some leaks or something. This is like checking in with yourself every day. Is this where I'm aligned to be today, or is this with whom I'm aligned to be with today? Because it's sort of like the feeling or the image that I get is that somebody, you know, the unconscious realm, so that somebody might be taking something from you, but you're not quite aware of it. So just beware if it's the workplace or if it's with some social circle, that you're placing your energy where it's meant to be. That's the big main one that I'm getting through for you tonight, Teresa. Hope that helps.
Beautiful. Thank you. And we did have a message, Ben, from you from Eve saying that she had a stroke. So you did actually mention that. So, yeah, thank you for that validation. And please give validations to Ben and Sarah, because it's just nice in consideration of their energy. They're giving you a free reading. So for you to give us validation, and the more specific, the better. That would be great. That's always appreciated. So logged on, we still have Grace on 9888, James on 9106, Natalie Norton Baker on 9810, and Sandy Stargazer on 9141. All right, beautiful. So hopefully I can give you some validation, Sarah, tonight from Demi and Teresa. That would be wonderful. All right, so we've got Karen from New York for you, Ben. Liked and shared. Hi from New York. Any messages from my husband, Brad, in spirit, please?
Thank you, Karen. Thanks, Karen. Thanks for trusting me with the reading too, Karen. And I'm pretty sure you and I are friends on Facebook. And anyone who knows me, I don't really do Facebook.
He really doesn't.
People request me, and I just accept them, but I don't really do Facebook. I really don't. But I know I've got my own page and stuff like that, but normally my kids sort of all that sort of stuff out for me. But Karen, I know that your husband's around you because you know that as well. You really do. I know a little bit about you because I've read you once before, and I know that you're very artistic and stuff like that. So you're into that. And I think that you've found yourself in other ways and you're keeping yourself busy. Your husband's always going to be there and he's going to wait. He's going to wait for you in the heavens, so to speak. And I know that you believe in that sort of stuff too, because I know that you log in all the time as well. And I know you talk to him too. But you know what? You would see signs in your house. You really would. I feel like they take me to your home, and I feel like that your home is really, really clean and everything else, which is really nice. But I know that your house is quite clean, and I don't know, but it feels like it's quite white for me. So I feel that, I don't know if you've got that I was going to say white paint, but maybe it's something like hog bristle or something like that. Don't ask me what that means, but I'm seeing hog bristle for some reason, and I'm looking at that. But see that, I know there's a photo, a very, very important photo, and I want you to look at that photo for me, and it feels like it's in a silver frame to me, and I don't know why, and I don't think it's on a tall boy, but I think it's on a sort of, so to speak. I don't think it's a toy boy, but a cabinet. And maybe that I'm seeing I'm seeing a toy because I think that maybe there's something in there as well that's important to you and you keep it there of him. But you know what? Look at that photo, and I want you to remember that's how he is now in the spirit world. He's quite healthy, you know. He really is. And as you said goodbye to him, I really believe that his mum said hello to him and she received him in the spirit world. I really do that. Is there an M name around him too, like a Margaret or Mary or something like that? I know that's sort of basic names, but you would know that to be true. Let us know in the comments. But thank you for connecting tonight. And remember that every day is a day closer to your husband. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Ben. Okay, Sarah, I'll give you this one. Jen. Hi, Jen. So Jen's from Melbourne. I've met her. Liked and shared. Hi, beautiful people. Sarah, does Pete think about me and does he miss our friendship?
Oh.
Hi, Jen. Thanks for coming on this evening. I'm feeling really warm and open in my heart when I read this, right? So I feel that the person that you're speaking of, I feel that they dip in and out. It's like that memory lane feeling, you know? So I'm wondering if you're going, it's like I'm going back and forward. So is there a way that you contact this person or what? Why is there this limbo feeling? Maybe you could pop that in the comment, but that's where I'm right at with it right now. So I'm going to say it's like a memory back and forward, dipping in, dipping out of the past and the present. Maybe leave a comment. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks, Jen. Thank you, Sarah. You also have a validation from Teresa. And I've just done it again. I've just unclicked it. There we go. Or unstart it, I should say. We do star them, and if I unstar it, then I miss it. So validation for you, Sarah. Thanks. Yes, I give a lot of time and energy to people. Both my kids are autistic, and it is emotionally draining. I'm trying to give myself time as well. Thanks again. Thank you. Beautiful. Thanks for that. Yeah, absolutely. We've also just, with the people logged on, we've also just had Claire log on 9139. So they're available on those phone numbers that I've read out, the Australian, US, Canadian, and worldwide number. All right, so let me give you this one, Ben.
Yeah.
Not to confuse the Sarahs. So, Ben, we've got Sarah Zimmer, liked and shared, thank you. Just wondering if there are any messages from my mum and Nana, please, for Ben.
You know, thanks, Sarah. That's beautiful. You know, I know that your mum would have a wonderful heart. She really would. And I know that you take after her. And so to me, straight away, I know that you're stubborn because your mum felt stubborn to me when I said that. And I feel that you take after her in a lot of ways. And believe it or not, even though I'm looking on the phone and your pictures there, I really can't see a great deal. But I felt like the lady would have blue eyes for me. And maybe her eyes were a little bit watery, if that makes sense. Let us know in the comments, but I know that I would have had trouble breathing right near the end there. And I don't know why, but I just felt like a pressure on my heart, if that makes sense. And I know that the pressure would be love as well. So I know that she would love you dearly, if that makes sense too. And I feel like that just near the end there, I feel like that mum had a good life, but just near the end there, it went all wrong for her, if that makes sense. I feel like that it just, I don't know if she hung around for a while, but I know it sort of started going wrong for her, if that makes sense too. You know what, your grandmother would be around you, and even though you might have had a very good connection with your grandmother, I just want you to remember that mum was always beside you. And I feel that they're quite happy. And I don't know if your mum and your grandmother sort of had words, but I feel like they're sort of arguing tonight for some reason. And I feel like they're arguing because they're fighting over your attention at the moment, because that's what it felt like for me. And, and I don't know if your mum had a signature dish or something on those lines, and maybe it's more of a sweet tooth. But can you, I don't know, maybe you ate this today, I don't know, but I just felt like that I was eating something like yellow, and maybe it's a custard tart or something like that. Let us know in the comments, but I can taste custard tart in my mouth. I really can, believe it or not. I'm quite hungry right now. So I know that they just show that. And I feel like that you've got quite a nice personality. So you're quite loving and caring and everything else. And I know it's easy for me to say this, but they're still with you, that you really do. And I think that, I don't know, in the spirit world, scroll cakes and stuff like that, but I feel like they're eating a lot of sweets in the spirit world. So I feel like that you like sweets too. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that she looks through your eyes at the grandkids too. And I know that I'm watching over them when you can't see them. I'm keeping an eye on them for you as well. And I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Beautiful.
Rhonda.
Thank you, Sarah. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, and happy Mother's Day to everyone for tomorrow as well. And also sending hugs to people who have lost their mum. I lost my mum last May, and people who've lost babies and children. It's, it's like any occasion, Christmas and other things, grief comes up. I know tomorrow will be emotional for me, but just sending hugs to everyone that needs those hugs for tomorrow.
Well said, Rhonda.
Yeah. Okay, let me give you Karen, Sarah. Liked and shared. Thank you. Could I ask Sarah, the Mermaid Medium, I knew I'd just jumble that up, a question, please. When will I find a new place to live, please? What will it be like? Thank you. Thanks, Karen.
Hi, Karen. Thanks for coming on tonight. I'm immediately seeing October, and it looks like a bit of a townhouse to me. It looks like you're downsizing. It feels quaint, like I feel that there's a little, patch of grass and a garden out the back sort of thing. So you've got a bit of space to walk around and enjoy a cuppa outside. It feels quite peaceful. And when I look out, it's like I see lots of grass and trees. So it feels like it's close to a nature reserve. It feels like you would be allowed to have a pet there as well, which I think is going to be important for you. So yeah, I see that's very soon. What are we in? May? Yeah, October's not far.
Yeah,
Good luck with it, Karen.
Beautiful. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Sarah. Amazing. And you have a validation from Jen. So I'll show this one. Sorry, it's going to cover your head. Sorry, thank you, Sarah. We were very close last year, but this year he's hot and cold towards me. If I talk to him, he's first warm and smiles at me, likely in the past. But if I don't talk to him, he's cold towards me. He'll be leaving soon, I guess, to go to work overseas. All right, beautiful. Thank you for that, Jen. Appreciate your comment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So just those numbers again going across your screen. The Australian number is 02907 101 99. The USA number is 1914 3737 280. The Canadian number is 1778 807 1426. And the worldwide number is 61 4888 251 77. So you can call and speak to a psychic at any time, and you can see who's logged on psychictvinternational.com. At the moment, logged on, we have Grace on 9888, Natalie Norton Baker on 9810, Sandy Stargazer on 9141, and Claire on 9139. Alrighty, beautiful. So we've had obviously requests for mediumship, and since we've been talking about Mother's Day, I'll give you this one, Ben. Juliet Maynard, liked and shared. Any messages from my mum? Thank you.
Oh, lovely. I don't know why, but your mum's felt really, really old school, and I don't know why, but it just felt like that for me. So this is a lady that didn't go out to the shops just in tracky dacks and stuff like that. This is a lady that dressed quite nice, and I feel like that you take after her, and so like you make the effort, you really do, and as much as I say nothing's going to bring mum back, if I can say it that way, but just having her in your mind is amazing for you because she can hear your mind. You know, your mum would be listening to your thoughts and stuff like that. So I feel like that when you're in the bathroom and you've got that free time is when you're processing things, so to speak. And I really feel like that's where mum is really connected with you. So when you're sitting there, and it sounds horrible, you're probably sitting on the toilet or something like that, but I know that she's connecting with you in those and listening to your thoughts, so to speak. And I don't know why, but I'm hearing this song and it feels like Hotel California as well. So I don't know if there's a connection like that or something like that, or maybe she just liked the Eagles, but you would know that to be true. Write that in the comments, but I feel that song for me in my mind. It'll be interesting if that's a connection or you heard that song just recently. But you know what? She's having a good old time in the spirit world. She really is. And there's nothing that I can validate to say that, but I know that you would know that she's happy now. And I don't know why, but I feel like that she was happy to pass, if that makes sense, because I think that she went through a lot in her life right near the end there. And you're a lovely person, and I feel that you need to know that as well. And don't be so hard on yourself. I wish I had a little bit more for you, but that's all I'm getting. Oh, just quickly, I feel like that even though we're coming into winter too, there's something to do with your feet, and I feel like that she's comforting your feet or putting slippers on your feet. So I don't know, have you got really cold feet or something on those lines? But let us know in the comments if you just bought slippers or something. But I know that she shows me that, and maybe it's just Mother's Day, and maybe that she shows me that you should be going shopping and maybe buying some slippers for yourself, and that'll be from Mum. And I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Ben. Thank you, Julianne. And Sarah, you have a... Oh, I'm sorry. It's for you, Ben, a validation from Sarah. Thank you, Ben. Mum did have blue eyes and did have a lot of breathing issues before leaving the earth. She held on for a lot longer than expected. I was looking at custard tarts today, so that was your specific, but didn't buy them. My nan and I had a very close bond, so it doesn't surprise me she's for the attention. Both myself and Mum are very stubborn indeed. Thank you so much for your message. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's what I love when you get those quirky specifics, like you got a perfume type. So it was, it's quite funny. But yeah, custard tarts, beautiful. All right, thank you for that.
To know that. That's right. Yeah, thanks, Rhonda.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love myself when I have a mediumship reading. I love a specific, something that's a bit quirky and a bit silly, because you like to remember the good times.
Exactly right.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to give you this one, Sarah, from Hayley. Hayley has said, loved and shared, evening all. Was wondering if there are any messages from my dad or other family members in spirit, particularly around current issues. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you, Sarah.
Hi, Hayley. Thanks for coming on this evening. The first thing I'm hearing it's like I'm seeing Dad showing me dollars, okay? So there's money stuff, but then I'm also seeing this linked into home and security. So this is very foundational stuff in your life. Like I would call it base chakra stuff, okay? So this is like money, business, home. I've even got a question mark around a legal possibility that might be something that needs to be looked at. I don't know if it's like get your things in order or make sure you have looked over something specifically, but this is what I'm seeing. It feels very down to business with Dad. And then I've also got a beautiful grandmother energy coming in, and it's like she's further back than Dad, but she's very soft and warm, a different energy. I feel like your dad was quite practical in a lot of ways, whereas this Nana grandmother energy, it's like soft, very homely, very much, somebody that wanted to be around the home, loved to have family come over to her home, and couldn't care less if she didn't travel the world. That's the feeling I have. So I have to say there's a lot of kisses, hugs, and love coming from her. And she's showing me butterflies. So when you see the butterflies, it sounds very cliche, butterflies, but those beautiful butterflies are her way of sending her symbol. Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Thank you, Hayley. Thank you, Sarah. And you have a comment from Karen. It's the last lady you read. Hi, Sarah. I've just sold and settlement is mid-June. I do have my eye on a cute place that has grass, but I can't keep pets there, which I would like to have. So maybe that place isn't quite the one. Thank you. Beautiful. But again, the specifics. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. We love that. Alrighty, so we've had people comment twice with the question. Please only write the question once, because otherwise we might possibly give you 2 readings. We don't mean to do that. So just write the question once so that everyone as many people as has an opportunity to have a reading. Okay, so Ben, I'll give you this one from Tracy. Loved and shared. What can you see happening in my life in the next 6 months? Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, lovely, Tracy. I know Tracy, so.
Oh dear. Okay, I was drawn to that for you. It's
awesome, and it sounds good. Obviously Tracy would trust me, and so I do know Tracy. But Tracy, you'll make the right decisions for yourself. It's not about anyone else. It's about you. I can give you amazing advice, but it's about about you making those decisions for yourself, and you'll make those right decisions. You really will. You'll make those right decisions, and the decisions are going to be coming up soon. So I know that you're planning things, and it's like you're getting all your stuff processed and finished before you move. So I know obviously it's about a move, and I know that is it the right decision? It doesn't matter if it isn't the right decision, because you can always move back, and you understand that. And every day for you is a challenge in itself, because you've been through so much. You really have, and no one's probably lived a life like you have, and it's been the positive and the negative, so to speak. But I like the way you think now, and you think so clearly, and that's something that you've got the right to have, because you've earned that right. And everyone's probably listening thinking, what is he talking about? But I know that you know that, and you know that to be true. And I feel like that your spirit people and your loved ones and your family and friends, and you know who they are without me saying who they are. You know who they are. They're all backing you. And it sounds funny, but I feel like that your father in the spirit world would be saying, I didn't think she'd get her act together, but now I'm proud of her that she is, and she's getting her act together, and she's moving forward. And I think that the move's going to be a challenging move, because you're leaving so much love behind. But you know that it's only a phone call away or a flight back there to see certain people, and I encourage you to do what's right for you, and everyone's going to influence you, including me, but do what's right for you, because you'll make the right decisions, because no one knows what you're going through or your thought process. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Ben. Sarah, I have another mediumship for you from Aline Nikoliadakis. Loved, liked and shared. Are there any messages from loved ones, please? Thank you, Sarah.
Hi, Lynn. Thank you for coming on today. So I immediately go to, there's a lot of female energy around you, actually. I have grandmother energy, I have auntie energy, and I have somebody that feels like a sister as well. So I don't know if this is an actual sister in spirit, or if it's like one of your best friends that was like a sister. So there's 3 distinct female energies that come through. I'm seeing flowers being handed to you. I don't know if this is a happy Mother's Day gift for you as well. And then there's a reference with this sister. There's some reference to Paris or France. And I'm just wondering, was this something that you guys talked about, or were you there together, or was this something in reference to a movie with it? But I'm seeing that it's like almost there's a frame around a picture. I don't know if this is in the art gallery. It's sort of very specific, very golden. And anyhow, that's that one. And then with this beautiful grandmother energy that comes through, it's like I'm seeing, this is random, I'm seeing a belt buckle, okay? And I don't know if this was a belt she used to wear or if this is a belt that you received, but it's this belt buckle that I'm seeing around this grandmother. Please let us know in the comments. It's really fascinating. Also, I feel like there's some travel coming up for you next year or toward the end of the year. No, I think it's next year. So get ready to make some, to put some things in place to support what's going to come, because it's almost like there's a series of events that have to land before that all opens up. So just start to think in that way. I think that's the feeling I'm getting through. All right, let us know.
Beautiful. Thank you, Eleni. Thank you, Sarah. Beautiful. So you all have some validations, actually. Actually, I think they're for Ben. So Juliet Maynard has said, thank you, Ben, for a lovely message. And then she actually sent a message with the validation, Ben. 100% spot on that song. And in the bathroom, I do hear spirit a lot. I got to laugh here. Yes, Ben. I have very cold feet. Yeah. And I got some lovely warm furry slippers, and 100% yes, I do make myself up when I go just to local shops. I always say you never know who you're going to meet. There you go. Beautiful. Thank you for that, Juliet. We also have, so that's that one. Oh, no, this one was for you, Sarah. So I'll just go back and forth a little bit. So this was you, Sarah, for Hayley. Validation, wow, spot on, as my dad was always one to give his advice, particularly around finance. My nan passed away years before my dad and was a very warm person, so that's definitely sounding like her. Thank you so much. Thank you, Hayley. Really appreciate that. That's beautiful. And it looks like you've got, Ben, some validations from previous weeks.
Oh, okay.
So I'll read those. So this was the last lady you just read, Tracy. Thanks so much, Ben. That was exactly what I would need to hear. Definitely sounds like what my dad would say. So thank you so much for that, Tracy. And Sarah, you read Teresa, but she's also given a validation for Ben. So I'll just read that. So thank you, Teresa. Just wanted to share this validation with Ben, as I haven't seen him in a while. Last time he was on, he gave me a reading and told me I would grow more into my mediumship and I needed to practice and trust. I took your advice and gave 2 readings to people at a friend's party, and it went really well. Thank you. You're amazing. Thank you. That's amazing. Yeah, absolutely. And I saw Teresa at the Brisbane Mind Body Spirit Festival, and I did a reading for her, and then I said, now you read me. She's like, well, but it was really good. And it was a little bit of mediumship in that. So that's amazing. But yeah, absolutely.
Well,
all right. I'm going to give you one more, Ben. This is a bit of a long name, but it sounds like it's a validation for you. So I'm not sure when this was from. I just want to share this validation with Ben, as I haven't seen him in a while. Last time he was on, he gave me a reading and told me I'd grow more into my mediumship. This is actually Teresa.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so sorry, apologies. I
That's
didn't
okay.
read the whole thing. Yeah, so that was actually Teresa. I don't know what the other profile was, but there you go. So you're doing a bamboozle, Teresa. You've got different profiles. But yeah, thank you so much for that. All right, so just to let you know who's logged on, we have Grace on 9888, Natalie Norton Baker on 9810, Sandy Stargozer on 9141, and Claire on 9139, just with those numbers going across the screen. Okay, beautiful. So we're up to Ben again. I'm trying to give, I'm really feeling drawn to giving you mediumship. Yeah, I'll give you this one, Ben, from Del Ross. Liked and shared. Would love a reading, please. Any messages from my loved ones? So that's for you, Ben.
Yeah, you know, like straight away, I felt emotional, but I felt that my emotions aren't there, and maybe that's how you are. Maybe you hold your emotions in, and you're not allowing that, so to speak. That's what it felt like for me. So I felt like there might be a little bit of hurt there, and I won't go too personal because you know your own life, but I just feel like that you're holding on to emotions that, and you're not expressing that. That's what it felt like for me. I don't know why, but I felt like I had a bit of dementia or Alzheimer's or something on those lines. That's what it felt like for me. And I don't know if you know that, but that I don't know why, but it felt like that. And I feel like that I would have suffered for a little while there. And I don't know, my mind's going funny that I just can't seem to get anything right in that way. And I don't want to guess, but it just felt like a really loving sort of thing. But I don't think you got they didn't show you love. That's what I'm getting. They're not showing you love, but they're showing you love now, so to speak. So I feel like that maybe there was a lot of like, I'm not saying they didn't care about you, but that's what it felt like for me. And I know I'm all over the place, but I don't want to guess, but it just felt like a mum to me. And let me know in the comments if it was mum, but it just felt like something like that. And I don't know why, but is there a lot of secrets or a lot of stuff that people don't know about your family? But that's what it feels like. It feels like the book's closed, so to speak. Like, man, I'm opening the book and there's no pages open. I can't read anything. It's like I haven't got access to that for some reason. And that'll be your life, so to speak. And you would know that. And if it's all wrong, just even put it in the comments, Ben, you got nothing right. But it feels like for me, it really does. And I don't know why, but and it sounds very, very general, but music's important. So let me know why, but I just feel like that music's very, very important. And I feel like that I'm hearing that song by The Boss, and I feel like that the song is like that Philadelphia song. And I know that there was a lot of struggles in that movie, so to speak. So that's the song I'm hearing. And you're probably thinking, I wouldn't even have a clue what that song is. But if you can just YouTube that song for me, and you'll get it, if that makes sense. And I want you to give yourself permission to be happy as well. And I feel like that it's so easy to be negative in certain ways, or someone runs you off the road or whatever. I feel like that we need to address that straight away and say, I don't need that in my life, and you'll be okay too. And just before I end the reading, I just sort of seen a dog run across the screen, and it felt like a brown dog for me. That's what it felt like too. And I don't want to guess, but it just felt like a brown dog. And I feel like that dog would be in the spirit world too. And you've probably got a few animals there too anyway, but that's what it felt like for me. And I'm sorry it's all over the place, but I felt like that I had dementia and I just couldn't get anything right, so to speak. And I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you, Dal. Thank you, Ben. And just a comment from Karen. Thank you, Ben. Lovely reading. Thank you for your comment. And from Karen, thank you. Great validations. Yes, they are. Wonderful. All right. Sarah, I'll give you this one from Leanne. Loved and shared. Just wondering if any messages from my daughter in spirit tonight. Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you for being here, Leanne. And first of all, I have to say happy Mother's Day for tomorrow. It's like big, tight squeeze, big kiss on the cheek, and I love you. I miss you so much, Mum. It's not been easy. I feel the heartbreak. I feel how tough this has been for you. And I want you to know, and this is, I'm feeling really emotionally moved at the moment. It's sort of very at the forefront, but I want you to know that you have not been alone. So she's with you. It's very important that you look to your health first and foremost, is what I'm getting. Because have you been having a really hard time with sleep at the moment? It's like I'm feeling up and down, not deep sleep. It's sort of like very REM, rapid eye movement type sleep going on. And what your daughter's saying is that you're needing to get some clarity around what's going on with this sleep, okay? So very strong rhythm and routine as much as you can in the physical. So doing a regular daily practice in the physical, could be a walk, it could be a something. But yeah, it's about getting in your body and feeling really strong and fit and healthy, because, you know, and there's still more for you here. And it's like she's also showing me that she's coming to you when you're in your sleep. It's like I see the bed dip down, and it's like she sits down and gives you a cuddle right next to you. And when you see the lamp flicker, she's saying that's her in the space, okay? So it's like the lamp or the light or something flickers. That's what I'm seeing now. Also, when you're sitting there and watching your shows, she pops in and out and sits and watch those shows with you too. So much love to you. So much love.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Leanne. And you have a validation as well from the last lady you read, Lenny. That's a new one. Belt buckle and flowers. I lost my mum and just lost my second cousin and auntie recently, within 3 weeks of each other. One in their 90s into flowers and gardening and sewing, and 45-year-old cousin. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. Beautiful. Alrighty. So we haven't got long to go in the show. Ben, I'm going to give you this one from Regan White. Liked and shared. Do you see my business picking up again soon? Trying very hard, but nothing. Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, Regan, with businesses, you know, you're clever. So, you know, like you've got a good head on your shoulders. You really will. And you know, I think that the business, I don't know what your product is. I really don't. But it sounds funny because I just wiped my face and now I'm feeling like it's like cat hair. So I'm not sure you're not selling cat hair, but I just feel like I'm wiping my face and I feel like I got cat hair in that. So maybe it's sort of products for that sort of stuff for animals or something on those lines. I don't know, but I feel like that the market is quite hard what you're in. That's what I'm feeling. The market is quite hard that you're in, and it sounds funny because I can sort of see the photo. And you probably look like a model, and you're probably modeling, but I don't know. But it feels like something on those lines that you're selling products. That's what it feels like for me, and maybe it's animal products. I'm not sure, but you know what? Just keep going, and I feel like that. Don't overprice yourself. You know, like I know that you've got to make money and you've got all these expenses and everything else, but I feel like that you can easily outprice yourself in certain ways, and I feel like that you've probably got a good website too, but you know, do other things as well. Here I am. Obviously, I haven't got a business, but I feel like that if you do things to generate your business, as in you know, get a lot of people involved, and I know that it's got to spend money or give things away, but get people involved, and I feel like that this is just the start of something big though, and it's like you just put your foot in the door and you're just checking things out. And it sounds funny, but I can hear my cat in the background and he's at the door scratching the door. So, and that sounds funny, but my cat's at the back there and trying to get in the house. So I'm just going to go with that. So I feel like that the door's just starting to open for you, because I can hear my cat scratching the door, and maybe that I can hear the cat because that's something that you're doing as well. Let us know in the comments too. But I feel like you're an animal lover, and I'm talking to all animals and that. But I feel like that's something that you'd be good at if you're not doing. Gee, I covered that really well, didn't I? But I feel like that you're doing okay, and I'll leave it there. Thanks, Rhonda.
Beautiful. Thank you, Regan. Thank you, Ben. And you have a validation from Del. Thank you, Ben. You just put my whole life on the empty pages of that book. Yes, he had a lot of secrets, but the answers to the secrets have gone to the grave. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Okay. Alrighty. So I'd like to give you this one, Sarah, from MJ. Who's gone to get the cat, let the cat in, I guess. So we might have a guest cat. We actually, on one night on Psychic TV, we had a cat come onto the desk, and I thought it was a ghost cat, but the host could see it as well. So it was actually a real live cat, and it came in through the roof or something. But that was pretty funny. All right, Sarah, I'll give you MJ. Liked and shared. Hi. Any messages from my dad or my brother, please, and thank you. Thanks, Sarah.
Hi, MJ. Thanks for coming on tonight. Okay, first of all, with your dad and brother, it's like I see this duo. It's interesting, right? And there's wheels and mechanical stuff, and it's like I don't know why I'm seeing the dirt bikes, but there's land as well. So I don't know where that lands for you, but that's just the first impression that I'm getting. Messages from Dad, it's like I love you. You know, I don't know why, but I have this princess energy around you. It's like he feels that you're his beautiful princess, okay? I don't know if that was always said in the way that you needed it to be said when he was here, but he certainly wants you to know it, okay, because that is the truth. And then your brother, it's like, hi sis, I love you, I miss you. And he was obviously taken way too soon. Okay, so we know, obviously you know, that there was, it just feels way too soon. So it wasn't the right time, but I suppose in terms of spirit, it was the right time. And that's a hard pill to swallow. It really is, because it feels unfair. It feels unjust. It doesn't feel right. But I suppose there are bigger plans, aren't there? He wants you to know, he wants you to know that there is actually something changing for you. It feels work related, and it's coming towards the end of, I don't know, July. It's not far. It's like a shift, a step over, a sidestep. This is from brother specifically. And now I'm going back to dad, actually, dad's mother. And I'm feeling this overseas connection. It's almost like I could see you going back to where your family were from. Let us know in the comments, but this is just sort of like jumping from this one to this one to this one, but the grandmother energy pops in too, and it's like she's speaking in another language to me. Okay, so
right,
so much love to you.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. So, Sarah, you have a validation from Leanne. Thank you so much, Sarah. Been monitoring how much deep sleep I get. Yes, we loved watching certain shows together, and I often care for my granddaughter, so I do feel a presence with us. Beautiful. Thank you for that. And I read out the validation for Eleni, didn't I? I believe I did.
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I believe I did. And Ben, you have a validation as well. And I believe I've just lost that.
That's okay. I like the validation. That I go back and I like the validation anyway.
You do?
So yeah.
Beautiful. So this is it. So this is the validation from Regan. Thank you. It was hard to hear because my child was crying, but from what I heard, pretty accurate. I'm a cleaner and do tend to overprice myself due to some cleans being way undercharged, and I was over it. And we tend to tell clients pets as well when we are there. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Yeah, I did. Yes, I did already read that. I just checked with production. Beautiful. Alrighty. So we're just about a few minutes. Have you got one more in you? Would you like to do more reading each?
Yes, please.
We'll do one more.
Sure.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. So we'll just go for mediumship as well. So Ben, I'll give you Brooke. Loved and shared. Hi, Ben and Sarah. I would love to know if I have any messages from my dad tonight. So that's for you, Ben. Thank you, Brooke.
You know, Brooke, and you might say no to this, but even though I can't really see your face, but when it came up, I felt like that your father would look like you, or you would look like your father, and I feel like that your mannerisms would be the same, and people know that that's your dad, and people stop you and they probably tell you that you look like your father and stuff like that. I feel like that your father was a bigger man. I'm not very big, but it felt like a bigger man for me. That's what it felt like. I felt like that he comes through, he shakes my hand, he's got a good handshake, so to speak. I don't know why, but it felt like that he didn't wear a ring. So I'm not really sure, but I don't know if he wasn't married or he just didn't wear a ring, but that's what it felt like for me. He didn't have a ring on, and you would know that to be true. I'm feeling that in my face area that I'm congested, or there's a breathing, something like that. But that would be for you though, I think. And I know we're coming into winter, but that would be for you. And I feel that he looked over you in that way. He really does. And I feel like that if I didn't mention the siblings, he would be really annoyed with me. So I feel like that he mentioned some siblings as well. And you know, too, I don't know why too, because it just feels like I'm getting dementia again too. But I just feel like that something on those lines, that my mind's not real clear with him. And let us know in the comments, because it mightn't be dementia, but I know that my mind's not very, very clear. And I feel like that he had a lot going on with his body too, and maybe near the end it was all shutting down in different ways, and that's what it feels like for me. I feel like that I'm sore, or all my muscles are sore, and maybe that's what he was going through. And you know, we sort of guess and say it could be this and that, but I know that his whole body was aching at different times, and And even though that you don't think that he could hear you, I feel like that he could hear you. And I'm not sure if you gave him permission to pass, but it feels like that you're whispering something in his ear. And I know that he comes through with that, and I know that he wants me to make it right though. And it sounds funny, but I just felt like that I could hear, when the truck starts up, a big truck, and I don't know if he was a truck driver, but I felt like I could hear that in my mind, that I could hear like the gears changing. So let us know in the comments, but it just sounded like I could hear the gears of a truck changing for some reason. And you know what? I'm glad that you came through tonight to ask your question, because I feel that everything that we say tonight, it's what's important for you is to know that you're still alive, and I want you to start living a little bit too. And I don't think you've got a lot of finances or anything like that, but I feel like what you have, I want you to enjoy, and I feel like that's a message from him, if that makes sense. And before I leave, and it sounds funny because I get all these food things and stuff like that, but can you remember on the fence, and I think it's passion fruits, because you would remember that for me, and it'd be amazing if you had passion fruit ice cream tonight, but I don't think anyone's going to eat ice cream tonight, but I'm getting the passion fruit taste for some reason, and I'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Rhonda.
Thank you. It's always good weather for ice cream. But you've got a bit of Claire Gustance there. Thank you for that, Brooke. Thank you, Ben. All right. So last one for you, Sarah. I'll give you Christine Riley. She's a lady from Perth. I met her. Liked and shared. Would love any messages from my nan, please, and thank you.
Hi, Christine. Thanks for coming on tonight. Okay, so immediately with Nan, I just feel like there's this boisterous matriarchal type that comes through, and it's like she's sort of very cuddly, I want to say she feels very cuddly, and she's giving you a good big squeeze, and she's like, I'm so proud of you, my darling. So I want you to know that everything that you do has been acknowledged, it's been seen, and it's like she's going tick. Not that you need a tick of approval, but she gives you her tick of approval. There's also, it's like, what have you been down on yourself about lately? It's like there's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. What have you been sort of giving yourself a hard time over lately? Because I feel that you need to just lift the pressure a little bit, and she's just showing me calm waters. It's going to be okay. It's going to pan out. So don't spend too much energetic headspace on it, okay? So there's also a piece that comes up. I don't know why she's showing me the shopping center. Did she used to wheel around the shopping center with you or something? I'm seeing the shopping center and you and her. There's also a 4-leaf clover that appears. So this, we know it to be a good luck charm, but is there an Irish connection with her too? That's the 4-leaf clover that's coming up. So that's a lucky charm. I'm also seeing a horse come through. So for you, is this a totem spirit animal? Is this a do you ride? Have you been connected to horse energy? Like, I'm seeing the horse come through. So that's where it is for now. Put it in the comments, whether it's yes or no. We'd love to hear back. But thanks for coming through tonight.
Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Christine. What a wonderful night. And just to sum it up, Juliet Maynard has said fantastic messages and validations. Psychic TV, keep up the good work. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Yeah, you've both been amazing. Thank you so much for your beautiful messages. Both really strong on mediumship, and that's obviously helped our viewers tonight. Are you both going to be logged in now after the show? Yeah?
Yeah,
okay, beautiful.
For a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so there you go. So if you'd like to have a reading, if you've missed out, you can call Ben and Sarah after the show. Or if you have had a reading and you'd like to go into more detail, you can call them after the show as well. So I'll say good night to you both, and I'll read out the numbers again, but you take care. Lovely working with you.
Take care. Bye.
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 Bye. Beautiful. All right, what a fantastic show. Amazing mediums of Ben and Sarah. So those numbers to call again, going across the screen, the Australian number is 02907 10199. The USA number is 1914 3737 280. The Canadian number is 1778 807 1426. And the worldwide number is 61 4888 25177. And logged on, we have Grace on pin 9888. We have Natalie Norton Baker on 9810. We have Sandy Stargazer on 9141. We have Claire on 9139. And the two guest psychics on tonight are Ben on 9166 and the Mermaid Medium on 9110. So you're both welcome to call them and connect with them and have a more in-depth reading, or if you missed out, actually have a reading. And you can look up the numbers anytime on our website, psychictvinternational.com. So I'm Rhonda Kelly. I've been your host this evening. Harry is back next week. If you haven't got his book yet, please get his book. It's really good. I've been waiting. If you follow my YouTube channel, Rhonda Kelly, Psychic Medium, I put a video. I've been waiting 15 years for his book. I remember having a discussion a long time ago with him saying that he was thinking of writing a book. So absolutely amazed. But yeah, thank you so much for all your time, energy, your questions, your validations. Really appreciate that. Anyone in Canberra, I'm in Canberra next weekend at Epic if you want to have a reading with me. And then the following weekend, I'm in Adelaide at the Adelaide Showgrounds if you want to have a reading. But take care, everyone. Bye.